day 25 of the Haunted Tents experience. And we're in the truck because we just got done moving the truck, didn't we, Kaylee? Let's see, are you even looking at Kaylee? I know you're getting a weird shot of me. Yeah, there's Kaylee. Get her on camera. I don't know if you hear that thumping in the background. That's her tail doing her thing as she pants. We're just getting out here, getting started. It is going on 10 minutes to 9 in the morning. So, it's time to get started. Well, we better get out of the truck. Come on, Kaylee. Let's get going here. Come on. You got your toy? Yeah, you got Rabbit. Take it in the house. She knows right where to go. She's done this enough. She knows which one will get you to the door. They'll both get you to the door, though. Come on, get in there. Dave's got to get the gate shut. We got work to do. Well, I don't know what you thought of the crappy nighttime footage last night using my other phone. God, the mic on that thing sucks so bad. Had problems with that. Last year I found that I could use my old phone for doing the night footage. Mic on it worked good, and I could videotape it and stuff. Even though it's not hooked up to a cell footage, it's basically a video camera now. Anyway, I went and grabbed the wrong old phone. I grabbed the phone I had before the last phone, and it sucked. It's worse than... Well, the microphone worked on it good, but the picture quality really sucked for night footage. And I couldn't find the phone I was looking for. Finally did find it last night after I got done editing. And got it charging, so we'll be using that for nighttime footage now. So the footage and audio quality should be better. And you'll be getting nighttime footage more than likely every night now, up until we're done, because we are working on the power. Now, speaking of power and the power box, we got trunk line 1, which is the line that runs across the top of that wall and all the way out to the front of the haunt. That line is totally done. We've got trunk line 2 we are going to start out with. And the first hookups are right here. I've got one light over in the clown area, a light here that shoots spiders down on this wall, and another line I have to run over here for the projector, which all tie in on the first plug on trunk line 2. We've got to get that ran. Oh, and the camera. I forgot all about the damn camera. Anyway, we got to get all that plugged into here. Then we're going to hop over on the other side of this wall here. It's clown display. We got to get the rest of clown display hooked up, plugged in, and going. Then we'll hop into the water room, and we'll get some of the lights over in the water room tied into trunk line 2, and that will finish trunk line 2, and you'll get a shot of that tonight. Once we get done with trunk line 2, we've got to start trunk line 3, which is through that door over there is the first connection. That's Sue Ann's display. I got peepers and a scarecrow over there I got to get plugged in. Then I've got the graveyard, chain hallway, and the rest of the water room to do. I don't know if we'll get trunk line 3 finished today, but we will get a start on it more than likely, since I'm only working on this during the daylight hours. Stage 3 is a quick stage. Stage 1 takes forever because that's maze building. Stage 2 takes a while because that's moving all the props in, getting them set up. Stage 3, the AC, semi-quick. You know, it only takes a couple of days to do stage 3. Stage 4, another one, a long one. That's doing all the low voltage, airlines, control boards, lighting, anything that takes low voltage. Stage 4. But anyway, breakfast of the day. We're going to go old-fashioned donut of the day. Peanut butter and jelly bear claw and an apple fritter. And if you're really hungry, oh, something with cream-filled. A cream-filled donut. Banana cream-filled donut. So I'll add that one on there. And what the hell, we'll get semi-healthy, a glass of milk. So there's breakfast of the day. I'm putting the camera down, and we are going to get busy. I do not know what type of footage up until the nighttime footage tonight that you're going to get during the day. So be patient, folks. You'll get some. Alright, people. Here we are in the clown. Got that light working. Got that light working. And we got this one working over here. And I got to fix the cord. I left a little slack in case I need to move the light. There we go. Alright, so we're working on stage 2 and stage 3, and with a couple of exceptions, both are done. In the water room, I have no power for him. He runs off of AC. He ties in up there, but since I've got to get the liner in, I got to be able to move him out of there, and I can't do it if he's hooked up to power. So I'll have to wait till after the liner goes in. I do have all the black lights working in here, except for one. And of course, it goes on the water wall until I can get the liners in and the water wall put together. I can't hook that light up to power or the fan blade. The fan blade has a motor too, and it runs off of AC. And so I can't do those two things until I get the liners in. And then on the other side of this wall is the photo op, and I need a power line ran out into that for the bubbler, the projector, and the fogger. And the plug's right there, easy to get to from the other side. I'll run that line when I'm ready to put those three in. That way the cord's not sitting out in the weather overly long. And I was walking over here to show you this, and I realized I forgot to hook one thing up. Bride and groom, I forgot to run power. And the plug's just on the other side of the wall, so it's just real simple to run a cord through there and plug these two in so they're singing. I'm just getting so sick of Sonny and Cher. I got you, babe. But, so I gotta do that, yeah. I'm gonna go do that as soon as I'm done with the camera. In here, all the power's hooked up, including our new prop over there by that box. She makes all sorts of weird noises and twists in different manners. You know, most realistic prop we've ever had. But we got everything wired up in here. I got power ran over for the projection box. I got this skull on the Celtic crypt, or tombstone is turning. I do not have him on because I have the wrong power supply out here for him. The power supply that's supposed to go there has a PWM, a pulse width modulator. It's basically a switch you can put on windshield wiper motors. So you can use them on 12 volt to control the speed and stuff without losing the torque that 12 volt offers. So you can lift heavier weights. And I grabbed the wrong power supply, so I got to get the right power supply out and change that out. That's another quickie thing. In here, we got the candelabra and the flame pots and the camera working. Over there, we got lights in both of Mike Allen's little toe pincher coffins, and the camera's all plugged up. So it's good to go. And as you can hear, he has power. I got power to him and power to the peepers up there, so they're blinking. And I hung the pumpkin up over there. So that's done. And then back through the tubes. Not really anything to show you over here in the spider territory yet. I got a power line ran up for the projector, and we also hooked the one light I adjusted the cord on over in Clown, and this one to it, same line. And that one there shoots spiders down the ground. We're going to have them on the wall and a little bit on the ground. So that means I am, other than the few exceptions I've got, stuff I got to do later, we are done with stage 3. Well, almost. I got to clean up this mess and go get it put away. These are all my leftover cords, and like I said, I never use all of them. I only use a few of them. But anyway, we got to get these cleaned up, put away, and then it's on to stage 4. And stage 4 is all the low voltage stuff, and that includes the lighting, control boards for the props that needed control boards, pneumatics, and first part in before I start bringing tubs out and getting into them is going to be pneumatics. I've got to run all the airlines out to where they need to go, and that's going to take a while. We've got, what is it? The Captain, Tack Spider, Jumping Spider, Jack in the Box, Hammering Clown, 2 water blasters, the Mausoleum, plus 2 more pneumatic tombstones over there. I don't think I'm forgetting anything. That's 10 different pneumatics. Each one needs a line ran to it. So, and she's done with her painting. Watch your step. That's going to hurt on thy feet. I'll have that cleaned up in a bit. Yeah, our secret door is getting used, and I've got the cords right in the middle of it. So, anyway, guys, we're on to stage 4. I don't know if I'll get any lighting in today or not. With having to run air hoses and everything else, it's almost 2 o'clock, if not 2 o'clock now. So, we'll see where we can get. Okay, I gotta get used to this camera, but I got Sue with me. We're gonna do a nightly walkthrough. I'm not sure how good the video quality is going to be on here. I don't have any other lights up. We're just looking at the AC stuff. Now, spider is for the most part dark. What do you think of the spiders on the wall?
I can see them from the park.
Okay. And I am going to turn on, there, my red light. Now, the camera up here is working too. I just don't have the control box in. And since I didn't have the projector in over at the spider, I couldn't show you the electricity working over there. All I had was that light.
Did I just step on KK?
Yep. But anyway, you can see the sorry about that, we got a dog underfoot. But you can see the peepers up there. And he's working. His head's not moving because he's pinched against a tree at the moment by the fence. But he is coming on. So we got power to this display. And it's going to get dark again. We're heading over toward the graveyard. Yeah.
Not as dark as the last one.
Yeah. Okay, I was through here earlier and I didn't check to see if the arches were on, but they definitely are because it's a little brighter. And this camera's working, and so is the flame pots. And we got the candelabra. Oh, excuse me. Whoa, I'm perfuming the place here. No need for froggy scents. Just give me some Mexican and put me out here. But Mike Island's coffins are showing up good, and so is the camera up there. Its infrared is working. And no lights in here, so you can't see the Celtic cross, and I don't have the power supply for the obelisk yet, so that is still not working. Alright, into here. It's a train hallway. Again, black screen because not very much light. So if I point up there, you got light. That's from the black light room. The water room. And then you got the bride and the groom.
Absolutely. Oh,
And now he's rocking her back and forth, and with them not talking, you can barely see it. Hell, oh, whoa! Kaylee passed me. Kaylee passed me. And then here's the blacklight room. Now, as I explained earlier, I got a blacklight that goes on this wall. Once it's in, it'll brighten the room up a little bit more. But one thing we notice, before we get the ponds in, and the water with the fluorescent dye in it, this room always looks dark. Once we get the ponds in and the water, it brightens way up. What do you
Fine to me.
Yeah. Always.
Light-wise,
Yeah.
the wall seemed to shine more.
Yeah.
But as soon as you get the water in, it kind of dulls down a little.
Yeah. And I am noticing the mermaid is blending in with the walls a little bit.
Yeah.
But we were talking, I gotta make up a new set of wall panels for a Sue's display over in the tube hallway. So it has its own custom set. I'm thinking this is my second oldest set of wall panels I've got. I'm thinking about trashing these and making up a totally brand new pattern in here. Thinking about it. And the paint scheme is going to be way different. Still going to be fluorescent, but I don't know. But anyway, get around over into here. Now, I only have T2 and T3 on. I do not have T1 on. So that means half of Clown is not lit. Yeah, this guy here is kind of dark. You get over here, that guy's lit up really well. And then we're dark here, going out. So there's your nighttime look. Okay guys, end of the day, wrap up. What we got accomplished today. We got trunk line 2, trunk line 3 done. You saw that in the walkthrough that we kind of did. I got to play with that phone a bit and adjust the color tinting. I've forgotten about that. There's a setting on it. For that reason, for some reason, that phone, my old phone, when you go to, if you want to shoot it in night mode, it has a selector for night that you can do. And that's for pictures only. When you put it into video, it reverts back to non-night view, and everything's a lot darker. And I was messing around with it after I got done filming the walkthrough, and there is a slider bar that you can play with to adjust, you know, your light and stuff. So I didn't do that during the walkthrough, so some of the walkthrough might be a little dark, and I apologize for that. I'm gonna have to play around with that phone a bit and get myself re-familiarized with it. Only time I use it is when I'm filming the haunt. The rest of the time it sits up in a little box with all my haunt stuff, trinkets and stuff that I picked up. So I gotta get re-familiarized with that. But anyway, we went and got trunk line 2, trunk line 3 done, which was basically spider, tube hallway, graveyard, chain hall, water room, and the other half a clown. Everything's electrified in there with a caveat, and I explained that earlier on. There's 3 or 4 things I couldn't hook up right away. The water wall, the fan on it has power. I obviously can't plug that in because the water wall isn't put together, and you know why on that one. I've mentioned that a couple of times. And I need to run power cords out into the photo op out front, stuff for the fogger, the projector, and the bubbler. You know, that I'm going to wait off on to until a little bit closer. You know, just because of moisture and everything. But anyway, we got that done. Then, as far as I'm concerned, stage 3 is done. We are finished with it. And we started stage 4. First step in stage 4 is I had to run airlines. We started out with the compressors, which I have 3 of them. 33 gallon, a 29 gallon, and a 10 gallon. And I ran their hoses from the compressors out to the storage tanks. Each one has their own either a 10 gallon tank or an 11 gallon storage tank. And then from there, it splits off and goes out into the haunt. Had some problems. We got everything with the hose to it, but when I was doing the water room, I ran a 50-foot cord from the storage tank out to the water room, put a T in, and I ran 2 25-foot cords off of it to go down to the 2 water blasters that were in there. Well, normally, where I normally put my hoses at, there's a rose bush that we have clipped down. Have never had a problem with it in years past. This year, I went to coil up my hose like I normally do and set it down on the rose. Started hooking up the second 25-foot cord, and I hear this little pop and a hiss. I think, what the hell? You know, it sounded like someone, cracking their gum. You know, they just blow little bubbles and pop it. But then there was a hiss. I'm trying to think, what the hell's going on? So I pull the hose back out, and about halfway down the hose, apparently there was a worn spot that had a bubble on it. So it was, getting ready to pop anyway. And putting it on the roses popped the bubble, and the hose started leaking. So I had to yank that hose out, put another one in. So I'm down one 25-foot hose. Had dinner. Came back out after dinner. I still had to run air over to the captain in the Pirate, the Jumping Snake, and then both the Jack in the Box and the Hammer and Clown over in the Clown area. Got that done. Had the airlines all laid out and nothing's hooked up. All the fittings and stuff are still in their tubs. But had all that done, and Sue gave me a hand bringing out 4 more tubs. And she just brought out her second tub, and was on the way down to get the last one because I got distracted. And she comes back in, Mike, there's a hissing noise over here. Is there supposed to be a hissing noise? And I went over, and what I'd done is I'd gone from the storage tank to the captain, put a T in, so I can hook the captain up and then continue the hose on over to the Jack in the Box, put a second T in there, leaving a valve open so I could hook the Jack in the Box up, and then I ran 2 cords, one to the Hammer and Clown, one to the jumping snake. Well, for some reason, I don't know why, there was nothing sharp or pointy down there, but the hose to the my mind's going blank here. Jumping snake popped, and it was hissing even worse than the one over in the water room. So I had to open up the wall again, unplug that one, and take it out. That means I'm down a 25-foot hose and a 50-foot hose. I have no more. Only hose I have left is a 100-foot hose. I have that one hose left. So tomorrow I am going to have to go down to Harbor Freight. I have no choice. I've got to go to Harbor Freight. And we've got to pick up a 25 and a 50-footer hose. I might pick up a third one. I always like to buy more than what I need. That way I have extra. Because it seems like every year I have a hose fail on me. I need to replace it, and it's nice just to have them in stock. There's been times, this time of year, I've gone down to Harbor Freight to get hoses, and they're out of stock. This time of year, it seems like people go crazy for air hoses. I wonder why. But anyway, so that's going to be first order of business when Kaylee and I get up in the morning and things open up. Before I get busy out here in the haunt, we're going to go down and hit Harbor Freight, get the air hoses. That's, pretty much tomorrow. On to tomorrow. I've got 4 crates sitting back here by me, and a sleepy Kaylee. She wants in the house. Me in the house. I've got 4 tubs out here. One has all my LED spots in it. Well, not all of them, but my red, green, and blue. My traditional 3. And there's 300-400 of each in there. My original floods, which are a 6 LED flood. My new ones are a 12 LED flood. Then I have a tub with all my a tub with all my pneumatic components in it. Another tub that has some water room stuff in it, which probably go out in the water room after I sort through it and make sure. And then I got my brain box tub, and the brain boxes I'll go over in tomorrow's vlog, explaining how they work, where I got them from, and pricing and stuff like that if you guys are interested. So, but anyway, that's what's on the docket for tomorrow. Is we're going to start going through those boxes and probably get started putting displays together. Now, there is going to be a change in how I do the displays. Normally, every year, I always start out front. I get the photo op and the front end done first. Then I come in the entrance gate and we just start marching down doing display after display after display until we get all the way to the exit. In order. Which means Sue-Ann has to, depending on where her displays are, like the spider snake display, she has all the cobwebbing she likes to do in there. She has to wait until I get to that one and get my work done in there before she can do it. This year she's got this and the new tube hallway, which needs a lot of pumpkins, and she still has a little bit of cobwebbing she needs to do, but she can't do it until I get my end of it done. So instead of starting out the front end, working my way through, I told her I would come over and work specifically on hers so she could get the pumpkins in. So we're going to probably start in the tube hallway, and I'll go in and get the lighting in. And it's basically just lighting in there. It should be fairly straightforward. Power for that display is already over there due to the wall panels. So it's just a matter of tapping into those to get power for floodlights and what have you. And some puck lights and, different little things like that. So we'll do that tomorrow and get that one all set up. Get the hay into it. And then I can turn it over to Sue and she can do her pumpkins. And then once, I'm not going to be able to do all my lighting because some of the lighting goes on the fence panel. But I can get enough of it that she can do her pumpkins, and I can put the fence back up and come back in and put my 3 or 4 spots in on the fence panel and be done with it. And I know I kind of said that mixed up backwards, so I hope you understood it. Then we'll do the spider, do the same thing in the spider. We'll get in and get everything wired up in there and turn that over to her. That way she has both displays that she can play around with while I'm out and dinking around on out front and working my way through. And we are going, after we get the tube hallway and the snake spider done, we are going to head out front and I'll just start bopping through doing the displays. And with the low voltage, it's just not lighting. I've got control boards and fittings and stuff for this or that all take low voltage. So anything low voltage will get hit. And we'll be working with both 5 volt for some of the props that are 5 volt. I've got a bunch of battery operated props that I've converted over to low voltage. So I don't have to go through and change batteries, which is fun. Or remember to go out to the prop and turn it on and off physically. I can just come over the power box, throw one switch, and it's dead. Everything's dead. And I like that idea. So, anyway, that's what we're going to be working on tomorrow. 5 volt, 12 volt, brain boxes, LED lighting, LED floods, spots, puck lights. Each display is a bit different with what it gets. But it's a lot of work, and it takes a lot of work to make all the connections. So, ain't anything we go by quick. We are slow at it. The first order of business tomorrow is going to be the air hoses. And with that, I think I am going to go crawl into the shower and soak for a little bit, and then we will get you edited and uploaded. So take it easy, stay spooky, stay toxic.